From surprise carry-on charges to increasingly common seat selection fees, airlines are constantly inventing new ways to squeeze more money out of travelers. What used to be a straightforward booking experience has become a maze of add-ons, restrictions, and traps. In this breakdown, we explore the most costly airline hidden fees that unsuspecting travelers fall for and how you can avoid them before your next flight. Let's dive into the underbelly of modern air travel, starting with one of the most common culprits, the basic economy ticket. Carry-on suitcase fees with basic economy. If you've recently booked a flight, you've likely seen a tempting fare labeled basic economy, often significantly cheaper than standard economy. Introduced by legacy airlines like United, Delta, and American to compete with budget carriers such as Spirit and Frontier, these fares appear to be a great deal, until you realize what they exclude. The major omission? A carry-on suitcase. Basic economy tickets now typically only allow a personal item small enough to fit under the seat in front of you. Show up at the airport with a standard carry-on suitcase and you could be slapped with a fee ranging from $30.00 to $65.00. And if you attempt to bypass check-in agents by checking in online and heading straight to the gate, expect a heftier charge, sometimes upwards of $75 to $100. To check your bag at the gate. What makes this fee especially sneaky? Many travelers still assume that a carry-on bag is standard, a mindset rooted in decades of travel norms. For example, United Airlines doesn't mention the personal time-only rule for basic economy until deep in its FAQ section. The best strategy? Before booking, compare the cost of upgrading to standard economy. Often it's only marginally more expensive and includes carry-on privileges, potentially saving you more in the end. The multi-airline connection trap. Another unexpected fee trap involves trips that include connections with different airlines. This scenario is more common than you might think. Suppose you're flying from Boston to Honolulu with a layover in Los Angeles. Your first leg may be with JetBlue, which allows generous carry-on dimensions with no weight limit. But your second leg, perhaps on Hawaiian Airlines, might restrict carry-on weight to 25 pounds. If your bag exceeds this weight, even if it fits size-wise, you could be charged $60.00 or more just to bring it on board the connecting flight. Oversized carry-on charges. Airlines are becoming more aggressive in enforcing size limits for carry-ons. And it's not just about following the rules, it's about profit. A Senate investigation revealed that budget airlines like Frontier and Spirit have paid staff over $26 million for identifying oversized carry-ons. This incentivizes gate agents to scrutinize passengers more closely. Even minor violations, such as a protruding wheel or an extra half-inch in width, can result in a forced gate check costing as much as $100. To avoid this fee, consider switching from a hard-shell suitcase to a soft-sided backpack. For example, the BagSmart 43L duffel backpack is an ideal carry-on alternative. It offers the same capacity as a small suitcase, but is flexible enough to squeeze into sizing bins and overhead compartments. You can even wear it crossbody and pair it with another backpack as your personal item, maximizing your carry-on without drawing scrutiny. The personal item reclassification fee. Airlines have started cracking down on what qualifies as a personal item, and the results are, frankly, absurd. Items like a blanket, camera, or even a small purse can now count as your one allowed personal item. Southwest Airlines, once lauded for its free checked bags, is now among the carriers enforcing this reclassification. Say you board with a carry-on suitcase, a backpack, and a small blanket. If the blanket is counted as your personal item, then your backpack gets reclassified as a carry-on, and your actual carry-on must now be checked for a fee. To dodge this fee, always research the specific carry-on and personal item policies for your airline and ticket class. Maximize your allowance by using the largest personal item bag permissible, one that still fits under the seat. And at the gate, if you're flagged for having too many items, quickly consolidate your things. Put the blanket in your backpack or stuff your camera in your suitcase. It may feel silly, but it's often enough to bypass the fee. Checked bag fees. Checked luggage fees have been steadily rising across the board. Even Southwest, famously known for its bags fly free policy, is now testing out baggage fees on select routes. Most major U.S. airlines have hiked first checked bag fees from $25.00 a few years ago to $35 on domestic flights. For international travel, many carriers that once included a free checked bag have begun charging separately, often without making it obvious during the booking process. Don't assume that international means all-inclusive anymore. Always verify what your fare class includes. If you need to check a bag, pay for it when you book your flight. It's nearly always cheaper than doing it at the airport. Advance payment can save you $10 to $25.00 or more, especially on international routes where baggage fees can skyrocket. Seat selection fees during check-in. A relatively new and frustrating trend is the rise of seat selection fees, even during the check-in window. It used to be standard practice to select your seat for free during online check-in, but now many airlines charge for this privilege, with some even assigning the least desirable seats, like back row middle seats, to early check-ins to encourage passengers to pay to move. This has given rise to the tactic known as check-in chicken, where travelers wait until the last minute to check in, hoping to snag unclaimed aisle or window seats after all the middle seats have been assigned. While not foolproof, this strategy can sometimes help you avoid a miserable seat assignment without paying extra. Parents flying with children under 13 can take comfort in one piece of consumer protection. U.S. airlines are legally required to seat families together at no extra charge. You might not get the best spot on the plane, but you will be with your kids without having to shell out more money. And as a curious side note, the back row middle seat, the one everyone dreads, is statistically the safest seat in a plane crash, boasting the highest survival rate. Still, given the choice, most people would rather avoid it. Final thoughts. The landscape of air travel is shifting, and not necessarily for the better. With hidden fees multiplying at every turn, it's more important than ever to do your homework before flying. From understanding the fine print of basic economy to choosing the right bag and packing strategy, these small actions can prevent big financial headaches. While airlines continue to unbundle services to maximize profits, informed travelers can still beat the system by staying alert, prepared, and savvy. Before your next flight, take a moment to research your airline's policies thoroughly. Consider whether paying a little more upfront could save you a lot later, and always pack with strategy in mind. Whether it's choosing the right bag, consolidating your items, or timing your check-in, knowledge truly is power in today's travel environment.